Hey everyone, it's Niamh here from Better Workday, and today I'm talking about yearly goals for your teams and for members of the teams. Are they good? Are they bad? And do they help to make people more efficient and manage their time better throughout the year? Let's get into it. Let's take a look at goals first and how they can be helpful for teams and team members if they're set at a yearly level. Every company I know anyway, has yearly goals, and these are usually financial, and there might be a couple of others that are linked directly to them. But then those goals get broken up and they trickle down to the teams and the individuals within those teams to help turn the goal into a reality. Now, I think that yearly goals can be very helpful to teams and individuals, but it does depend on the nature of the work. So I'm not talking about what the company produces, but what the teams themselves do. So let's say, for example, you have a technical team, an engineering team, and they're working on a big system upgrade or big migration. And it's a multi-year project with lots of different external factors. In this case, setting a yearly goal around that project and how far you expect it to come is good, because things might take some time, weeks and months at different stages of this project, and understanding where you're trying to get to by the end of the year gives people clarity and a sense of pace and can keep them motivated if things start to stall or seem to be going off track. Now, on the other hand, you might have a sales team. Now, while it's good for the sales team to know what their yearly target is, that's not going to really motivate them too much on a Monday morning to get on the phone. In this case, yes, yearly goals are a good reference, but it's much better for them to work towards quarterly goals and even to break them down into monthly milestones. And the reason for this is that if they don't meet their goal one quarter, they can then adjust for the rest of the year in order to get back on track. So when it comes to yearly goals for teams, yes, they're helpful. They help to show the overall direction where you're going, but be mindful of whether or not it reflects the speed, pace or cycle of their work, and do you need to add in another layer to motivate the members of the team and to really show if you're on track or not. Then I suppose when it comes down to the individuals, there's another layer that you can look at, and that's their level of experience and how long they're in the team or the company. So I'll go back to my two examples. If you have a new junior engineer and they're part of your team and your team has a big annual goal and that's what you're working towards, they might struggle to see how their day-to-day work fits in and how to measure how well they're doing. So in that case, even if you've decided not to set quarterly goals at a team level, I'll be recommending them for the individuals. Now, you might also have a very senior person in that team who perhaps works on long-term projects. Their stuff takes an awful lot of time to realise, and maybe in their case, a quarterly goal just makes no sense. And you're going to focus on milestones instead for them. And I'll talk about that again in a minute. It's the same on the sales side. So while quarters might be your minimum for goals, if you have a newbie on the team, you might set them monthly goals as well. Again, it really does depend on the team, what they do and what it is you're looking to achieve. Now, when it comes to planning, time is of the essence. So even if you have a yearly goal, which is great, and it is a good source of reference and a good way to measure progress, plans can't be that detailed or accurate 12 months out. Even if you want to try your best and spend hours planning the next 52 weeks of the year, it's just not going to happen. We can make our most accurate plans, our best assumptions, our best guesses closer to the time. So that means for the next 6 to 12 weeks, you'll probably have a reasonable idea of what needs to be done. This applies to the team and the individual. For everything else, milestones are what you want to be looking at. So you can absolutely have a yearly goal with monthly and quarterly milestones. They are significant points in time where you will check and be able to tell if you are on track or not. The reasons I like milestones is because they are specific and measurable, just like goals are. But they're not the end of the story. Okay, so you still have an opportunity to course correct to get back on track. And also they're a little bit more high level than plans, so you don't have to know everything in order to be able to create it. I hope that makes sense. The final point I'd make around setting yearly goals and defining plans at a team and individual level is that you're not allowing for attrition and promotion. So you're assuming that everybody's going to be there for the entire year, and that's just not the case. So while you can have that end of year view in mind, having quarterly goals and short-term plans allows you as a team to be able to adapt and change things up if the members of the team change throughout the year. So I hope that was helpful. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you set yearly goals, quarterly goals or monthly goals, let me know. And until next time, stay well and have a better workday.